Girls who took notes using 50 different colored pens, where are you now? Do you still continue to write using all those colors? Am I allowed to answer if I'm a guy? Because I ended up becoming the Excel guy in my office. All of my spreadsheets are exquisitely color coded. Formatting an Excel doc and making it look pretty is one of the most satisfying feelings in the world. The real trick is getting the conditional formatting just so. Then, when you enter new data, it's already color coded. My grade 9 science teacher forced us all to do it. He said that by color coding everything you understood the material better because you had to think about it longer to color code it and understand what other things it was associated with, not just zone out and go into transcribing mode. He also made us do end of unit study guides. They had to be color coded, a set amount of drawings, and unit words and definitions. The drawings were doodles, based on things in the unit. He would mark them and hand them back before the test, which was great because he knew if he needed to help us with something before we bombed the test. He was also a MMA fighter with cauliflower ears and not the type of guy you would expect to demand rainbow colored notes. Edit. There's a lot of people asking for examples, so I'll make one up this afternoon. Certain law school prep guides teach you to take notes on court opinions using different colors. 90% of first year law students show up with 4 different color highlighters. By the end of the last year, few still use them. In legal practice I have developed color coding for notes of the cases I'm working on. I have not yet found a way to put a heart over the I in my filings. I use different ink and highlighter colors to compensate for terrible ad. I work in a chemistry lab now. Sometimes I'll still use brightly colored pens to record my results for fun. But I don't ever switch between color code anything anymore. All the different colored ink highlighting help me remember my notes come exam time. So now that I'm out of college, I don't need to switch between colors. I low-key miss color coding and taking notes sometimes, though. I still color code based on class. Each class has a color. This color includes the folder color, the pen color, the sticky note color that the assignments are written on and placed in my planner on the date they are due. I also teach intro statistics to undergraduates, where I also color code parts of the equations and the values that get inserted to the equation, so the students can see where the numbers come from more easily. Edited to change kids to students. That was a poor word choice on my part. Apologies. I'm a medical lab technician. I took notes with a million different colored pens in college. Up until 2 years ago. I graduated at age 41. Just bought myself a nice new set of gel pens. Real talk, multiple colors really helped me categorize and compress complex ideas into things I could remember. It helped a lot in understanding the material and studying for tests. I will never forget sitting in class and asking the girl sitting next to me for a pen. And she turns back to me with a straight face and says to me, "What color?" Apostrophe. Edit. This blew up. Thank you for the award. That marks my first, but hopefully not the last. I think they are teachers now. And yes, they still use all those colors. I work in an office setting now and do still like to use different colored pens for things. If the situation allows it. I don't know if this will make sense to anyone else, but I love colors. I especially like the idea of colors being associated with ideas, personalities, names or themes. Oh, today is Monday. I think orange is a good Monday color. Pink is Friday. Green is Wednesday. I love how Windows 10 allows me to change the colors of tiles so that my computer seems more like me. I'm constantly changing the colors of my Apple Watch face. I dunno. I think I have a problem. Eater. The thoughts and discussions being shared here have been very interesting and eye-opening. Thanks for the silver as well. I do just want to add that I'm fairly certain I do not have synesthesia. I know someone that does, and from my very limited knowledge of it, it isn't a voluntary association of colors like mine probably would be. I always automatically like to associate stuff with color or mood, but I don't know that it happens involuntarily. Think of what I do as more of what happens in the video game Persona 5. where each character has a color associated with them intentionally. I love that kind of stuff. My wife did this when we were in school, and she still loves using multicolored pens for everything she can. She even uses her own pretty colors for writing and the labels for things at work. You can always tell work that was done by her from everyone else's. A true ray of sunshine. Edit. I told my wife about all the upvotes on this comment, and she is thrilled about all the attention. Edit 2. 1/27 p.m. Thank you so much to both of the kind strangers who awarded this comment. Never thought it would blow up so much. The wife is happy. Unfortunately not allowed in the line of work I chose. So now I use 50 different colored post-it notes. Improvise, adapt and overcome. I'm a med student now. Also I'm failing because I no longer have time to use fancy pens and prepare colorful notes for all my classes. I'm one of those girls currently in college. I don't do it because I'm organized or anything. I just ducking love buying pen/markers and otherwise I can't pay attention to my notes. It's aesthetically appealing to me, which immensely helps encourage me to actually take notes. I have a few friends that do that. One of them is studying to be a doctor. Moved the colored pens to a tablet to easily switch colors. Another wants to become a sign language translator. Keep forgetting the actual term. I'm an engineer with dyslexia and ADHD. I took notes with tons of colors and still do now. The colors help me stay organized, keep track of numbers, and not mix up information. I keep like with like categorically and have a whole notation system. A friend recommended I try it in college, and it helped me go from C's to B+ and A's. I'm good at picturing notes and the colors help to guide my brain to the relevant information in my memory picture. If that makes sense. In all one color it just looked like a jumbled mess. Either way, yes I still use colored pens as a 30-year-old adult engineer. Ended up in med school so not doing bad I guess. I do still continue color coding everything in college as I did in high school and before. My case of synesthesia lets me see words, letters and certain concepts in different colors. By using the same colors to actually write the words or underline them, I solidify the memory links in my brain, and it helps me remember things. I also take graphic notes with arrows and double lines, or write in groups of small areas, etc. so that I can clearly categorize things I need to remember. If you're a visual learner this helps a lot. I'm a dramatic artist and I used all the pens just for that. My teachers hated me for giving them rainbows of notes and work, but I always wrote them a little key on the back of the paper, so they grudgingly accepted it. Except one math teacher who liked and looked forward to my stuff. I'm now a dog boarder and my schedules are so colorful only I can decipher them. I still art, but not as much unfortunately. Wife did this as a kid, through high school, and became amped in college. But now she's a teacher and writes in different colors for a living. We are currently moving out of the country and she can't part with pens she doesn't even use. She managed to smuggle them into her carry-on bag. Send help. Please click subscribe if you enjoyed this video.